Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, new reading. I'm excited for this one. I feel like I have been away far too long. However, life is lifing. But let's see this collective. What is going on with you? What's going on in that beautiful mind of yours? And we will take it from there. So let's see the collective we're doing a reading for today, my angels. What is going on within their mind? So we have paradise, we have abundance, and we have backstab. So maybe a period of time that was quite a happy time for you, where you did find a lot of joy. It's all about, well, honeymoon phase, enjoying each other, right? A lot of playfulness within the energy. So that could be something that you are gravitating towards in this moment of time, collective. You could be truly focusing on, well, I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my life. I want to create my own little sanctuary of happiness, because we have the abundance here as well. And it talks a lot about being positive. Is it also about manifestations? It is, but with the paradise card here, it feels like you're more within the lens of trying to be positive, being quite lighthearted within your day to day. And you could be finding yourself truly being happy about what you have within your surroundings when you go out and about within your day, finding a lot of small moments within life where you are truly being appreciative of them, right? Which is beautiful. It's such a nice state within one's mind and presence to be in. And then we have the backstab. So even though you could be wanting to shift more towards finding that paradise truly from within and staying positive within the situation, we still have some pain that it's lingering, and that would be coming across you. But what I am getting is that you're trying to shift that. You're trying to look at it in a more positive lens, trying to, again, gravitate your minds towards, well, what is this teaching me, right? Which is beautiful. It's a lot about what we talk about here on this channel, right? Truly finding that happiness and the light within the situation. But there could be a bit of darkness. I'm hearing that, that saying, there can be no light without darkness. That could be something that you are maybe not necessarily telling yourself, but you feel within this moment. I don't think you are in a truly dark, depressed state within you. Again, you're trying to shift it, but it lingers, right? Do you know what I'm saying? But let's see about the paradise. It's girl with a snake. So it's all about, well, putting up boundaries. It's about being charmed and used and something that enables you. So again, truly focusing on, well, what does actually bring me joy within my life? Where am I truly happy? Which people am I allowing in at my table, right? And you are doing that collective, because I think you are very much within that lens of putting up boundaries. I do not entertain what is not for me, right? And that could be something you are being a bit tested with as well. I'm hearing that within this moment of time. Are you putting up those boundaries? And from the looks of it, I think you are. Yeah, I think you are. Because you're gravitating towards this paradise, truly wanting that joy from within, right? And it doesn't matter the people that are not there to experience it, right? You want the right people to be around you in this moment of time. And if I need to cut friends out or family out to truly have that paradise from within, to truly have my happiness, well, so be it. Like, I'm resting in that. And I don't feel within my mind there's a lot of overplaying it. So you must be quite sure about your decisions, which is beautiful. I'm seeing that strength card from the tarot deck. Tarot would be interesting for this collective, but I'm seeing that. So truly stepping into that strength of yours. From the looks of it, collective, you truly are, and which again is beautiful. That's nice. Is there more here? When I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Sort of like, but we have the ship. So like I just said, cutting ties and moving on. Well, and receiving what you need, progression and arriving. And again, maybe you are a bit of a ship to people in this moment of time, but I definitely think you as well, collective. You are doing that. You're cutting the ties. You're moving on. Again, you're choosing that happiness for you. And it doesn't matter how other people perceive it, right? They can say what they want to say. It has nothing to do with me. I am choosing me. I am choosing to make myself happy and truly rest in that, which is so beautiful, collective. Could there be something as well arriving here? We will have to get into that with the ship. We will have to get into that. Maybe there is. Then we have the coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment and feeling elevated, building friendships as well. So there could be something within your energy here, collective. I don't think that you are thinking that something here is arriving when it comes to meeting up with someone. Like I just said, you are more within the lens of putting up boundaries with people who do not deserve a seat at your table. I don't think you have this in the forefront of your mind, that someone is maybe about to ask you to meet up for everything. I was about to, for anything. Let's see that coffee cup with the ship. Yeah. Like I said, you're focusing on yourself. Self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So this would not be in the process of thought for you, collective. Like I just said, you're focusing on yourself, and I truly feel that from this. There could be something, like I said, I think you're coming into being tested. You would be tested within this moment of time when it comes to boundaries, and there could be something arriving to your doorstep when it comes to that. Have you truly learned to put up those boundaries that you're practicing right now? Have you truly learned that this matters more within this moment of time? There could be something there, collective, but then again, we will get a bit more into it. But from the looks of it, there could be. What about the abundance here, my angels? The mask and the addictions. So even though you're trying to be positive, there's something here where you feel someone towards you could be wearing a mask, right? And it does make sense with the backstab, the heartbreak, the pain, the shocking attack, right? It would have been something you felt quite codependent to. You had emotional blocks here. It were maybe not to the extent of being a literal addiction, but within the process of thought, right? You were quite codependent to the situation, to that person, even though they weren't showing their true feelings. Again, your view, collective. You're trying to be positive when it comes to that. And again, I think you're maybe trying to, so to speak, put logic into the situation. What I am getting is that you reflect upon this, but then you go to gravitate towards, well, it wasn't the right time for that. They weren't able to take off that mask within that moment due to X, Y, and Z, right? Or Z. And then you're gravitating towards truly being, well, how does I make myself happy in this moment of time? What can I get up and do in this moment of time that puts me into that feeling of I am happy. I'm enjoying my life. I am choosing to see the situation through a lens of positivity, not negativity, right? What about that backstab here, my angels? Oh, and the cut down. So a lot of pain here. It's a lot of silent treatment. It's about separation and cutting it out. So you would have been like axed out, collective. It would not just have been shockingly like heartbreak and pain. It would also have been a lot about the silent treatment. And maybe that is why you know for a fact that this person weren't showing the true feelings, because they weren't necessarily able to within that moment of time. But this would have been a lot of pain for you. Like, that's not easy to go through. That's two of the most painful cards within this deck. The backstab and the cutting out. It could have been a lot about deception here. Again, with that mask, right? And they could have led within maybe kind of a love bomby energy, and then all of a sudden off they went, right? With no true answers really given. So you would have to be a collective that needed to find those answers for yourself, because they weren't delivered to you, right? And maybe that's why you could have a test when it comes to, well, have you truly learned to put up those boundaries, to truly understand what is the meaning of this, of healing, right? Yeah, you're making healthier choices, as we said. And that is beautiful, collective. So even though you have been going through this, you have been feeling that pain, and it would have lingered for quite some time. You had to navigate, you yourself, collective, through the curveballs of this. So you would know how much it took for you to come into that sense of that state within you, right? Of truly finding that happiness, of sitting in the moment you're sitting in right here, right now. It would have taken a lot of work for you. And there could definitely be a test here, collective. It's smelling of it. To see, have you truly learned, right? Are you ready for, so to speak, the next chapter within your life? But I want to see a bit further about this. I'm just going to get these. When it comes to that coffee cup and the ship here, is there something there? So the hammer, the girl talk, and the kisses. I want one more for that. And we have the sunglasses. So again, someone who sabotaged something with you, collective. Could they have done a lot of integration, a lot of introspection with themselves? I guess they could. I think they have made you feel that they were living within the moment. They were happily single. They were fine without this. And it does make sense from the backstab, right? And the cut down, choosing that silent treatment, walking away, not giving you any answers towards the situation, right? But through the looks of it, collective, they have been watching. They have been looking. And they could have a lot of love here still for you, but you wouldn't be, so to speak, aware of it. I think you know it in your own rights energetically, because they would be lingering, right? But then again, you're shifting your focus. You're choosing not to focus on that. I know it's a seed within you, but you are going over that pain in this moment of time for a reason. And again, I'm being taken back to, if you have something here, from the looks of it, you have something that is about to arrive when it comes to meeting up talking about what truly went down. Well, have you truly learned to sit within your boundaries, to truly trusting that when it comes to matter of the heart, when it doesn't come to friendship, family, co-workers, whatever it may be in your day-to-day life where you're finding yourself putting up boundaries? Have you learned? Yeah, the heart broke. So that person that left you like that, collective, they could be coming in. And I'm finding myself not really wanting to talk about it. And I think that is you, collective. I don't think you want to hear it, if I'm being honest. Maybe you're a bit fed up when it comes to that situation, and maybe that is why, if you understand what I am saying, you're finding it more easily to truly gravitate towards that paradise and being positive within the situation, because you're sick of it. You do not want to deal with that. It's like, are you for real? And there we have it. Not that it's a karmic relationship, but it's all about, right, the triggers, the lessons within that karmic. So it is. There's a lesson coming for you, collective, to do with the person that broke your heart, that has been within the background, maybe since the separation but for at least a period of time here, right? And they have sabotaged this, but I think what I am getting from this is that they are hoping to rebuild something here. They would have made you feel like they were out having the time of their life. They were more than happily being single, right? After they left you. But they have a lot of unconditional love here. And I do not think they have showed that to you. And that is why you have the mask, right, collective? Because you have not seen that. But let's see a bit further. And then we have the coffee cup at the bottom of the deck as well. Well, buckle up, collective. There is a test coming here. So let's see about that. If we're gonna do, I'm feeling a bit tongue-tied already. That's a sign in itself. But we are gonna do how this person that is coming forward, what they are, so to speak, going through within this moment of time, what their thoughts and feelings are towards you, collective. And we are gonna see a bit further about, it depends on what comes out for them, but I feel called to maybe see here about that lesson, right? To truly tap into that. Because we want you to learn this lesson this time around and not take another trip within this roundabout. But let's see, collective. Let's see. The person collective is connected to, that is coming forward, wanting to meet up. What are they going through within this moment of time? So we have the emotional storm, we have the spying, it has been confirmed, right? So they are within the background of this, and then sorrow. So they are going through an emotional storm when it comes to this situation, collective. They are feeling a lot of grief here, right? A lot of loss. And they could truly think that they have lost you. Again, from the looks of your energy, you are not giving into that energetically pool. You're choosing to shift your frame within your mind. You're choosing to do otherwise. You're choosing to get up when this comes over you and do something else that makes you happy, that makes you, again, truly come back to you, right? So you're not within the lens of sitting there mourning. Like I said, the pain from the situation would be trickling in for you in this moment of time. And there's a reason for it, because they want you to remember, well, what went down here, right? So have you learned to truly trust within yourself when it comes to this? This would be a big lesson for you. And for some reason, I'm feeling it could have come in earlier, so to speak, like several months ago, but you didn't learn your lesson. I'm feeling that for a reason. And then again, the spying, it has been confirmed. So they would be lurking within the background. It says social network information and ways. So they have ways to get to you, right? So if you do not have a profile in any way, shape, or form online, you're not online, right? It wouldn't be for you because they have ways of looking into your life. And I think, again, you know it, but you do not give it your energy. You have your seed of intuition that comes over you, but I think that you're pushing it away. Again, you're tired of this situation. You just want this to like go away. I'm hearing that. Just, it's like that. What about that emotional storm? Okay. So when it comes to that emotional storm, they're within opening their heart up to this situation, being vulnerable, right? Having empathy, which is good when it comes to how they left you. I do not think that they are necessarily feeling shattered, feeling destroyed. I think they're reflecting upon they did that to you. They are starting to get it, which is good. It means they could be coming in taking accountability for how they treated you, which is good. But you would still need to have boundaries within the situation, right? But that is good. If they are finding themselves truly within that storm they're sitting in, coming into that empathy and truly choosing to be vulnerable. And that would be interesting, again, to see tarot when it comes to them, how they're going to approach the situation. But I like that card. I like that. And there would be a lot of distance here, right? So maybe not only physically distance, but you could be quite emotional. I was actually wanting to say the other way around, but there's a reason why it came out like that. I think you're very much emotional distant, but there could be physical distance, but I said it the other way around for a reason. So there could be quite the distance within you, right? You could actually live like several hours apart from one another. I'm seeing 2 within my mind. You could live 2 hours from one another. And then we have elusive. It's all about being dishonored, right? Dishonest, disrespect, and trickery. And you had that as well, collective, right? With the cut down and the backstab, that there could be a lot of lies. There could be something here that has not been spoken about truthfully. They're reflecting about that as well. And that could have created all of that distance in between you when it comes to the emotional, right? Because they weren't ready to be open and honest when it came to that. And then we have the only you. Maybe there was something there they weren't being honest about when it came to that. I did say maybe they love bombed you, so they could have been quite devoted, quite attached, truly been craving you when you were together, and that is why it came in like a shock for you when it did. Because what they showed you is that they only wanted you. Could they also be within that reflection in this moment of time? Yeah, but it feels like it has more to do with the dishonesty. They weren't being truthful when it comes to that. There was something there within the background, and there often is. Like there's often these karmic attachments way before you guys meet up, right? Way before you even cross path. They are within the background and they are there the whole time. You are just not necessarily aware of it. I think you will have seed of intuition, but there's a reason why they trick you into starting your healing journey, so to speak. They push you into that healing. And when we have obsession, and well, you would be, if you are spying, if you are within the background lurking on someone, you are within an obsession state of your mind, right? It says infatuation, adoration, and addiction. And that has come out more than once with that addiction card. So again, just like you would have been addicted to this person, wanting to figure out what was the truth, what really went down, why did they do this, why did they do that? This person is feeling that within this moment of time. And it makes sense because you have truly released it. I am feeling that for this collective. You do not give this person the time of your day thinking about it, walking down memory lane. It's like you're fed up. You're fed up. Yeah. So when it comes to the letting go, the moving on and walking away, you have secret admirer here. Well, maybe not so secretive. But they would have been sidetracked, right? There would have been a lot of change and a lot of delays when it comes to that. But I want one more for that releasing. Okay, well, it's good. I like this because they had realizations over it, that had epiphanies and understanding, maybe even awakenings here. From the looks of it, they could very well be. And especially when it comes to their pride, their arrogance, their ego, their stubbornness, which is good, collective, which is good. Again, we know for a fact they are going through empathy. They're going through vulnerability. They're choosing to open up their heart when it comes to this. And what kind of pain they have left you in. And if they are coming into that understanding, like I said, taking that accountability for it, and that is good, because you would need that, right? Within this moment of time for this person to even, I wouldn't say entertain it, that sounds so wrong, but to even want to hear them out, if you get what I'm saying. If they are coming in wearing a mask, not being open and honest, I don't think this collective would even want to reply. And if this person, like from the looks of it, right, have ways to look into your reality, they would know. They would know. The only way for me to come forward is with truth and being open, being honest, being vulnerable. Okay. What about that? I want one more for that. We have confession at the bottom of the deck. But I'm being a bit right now because the Lust card came out, and then your beauty. And you would be shining within this moment of time. Like truly shining. You could be in that Empress energy, right? But when it comes to your beauty, they have a lot of lust for it. But it's all about that sexual energy, maybe a bit of the forbidden. And maybe that is why, because we did see that, right? With the coffee cup, that is more of a light-hearted approach. So maybe they're not coming in completely open. First off, they want to see if you kind of, do you get what I'm saying? Take the bait. I just want to get these away, and then we're going to do tarot. I want to see how this person is going to move when it comes to this situation. Because now I'm a bit on the defense. It felt quite good there for a second until that last card came out. I was like, splitting to the page. Let's hope not. Is that they don't even want to mix. So when it comes to this person, How are they moving when it comes to this? How are they choosing to move when it comes to this? Okay. So maybe they haven't made up their mind yet. You have the Five of Wands upright. It's all about internal conflict within one's process of thought, right? It's a lot about disagreements here, a lot of obstacles, a lot of debating, a lot of back and forth. And the Three of Cups, usually it's some kind of celebration, right? It's some kind of celebration. It's all about, well, a lot of, what do you say? Well, a lot of joyfulness, but it wasn't the word I was looking for. That's just vanished out of the thin air. It's a card of reunion. But usually it's about celebration. It could be about a gathering where there are other people as well. So I don't know if you would have mutual friends or something like that. Or this person knows the people that you do have close to you, and therefore they would know where you could go or something like that. I'm hearing that for a reason. It's a bit odd, but if they know where you go and you are out to celebrate, maybe they're debating if they just show up there. And then we have Temperance, sideways, and the Devil in reverse. And that's a lot about fear, right? And truly choosing not to live in that, breaking free from the chains. It's overcoming one's temptations and the obstacles, which is good. Which is good. They could be truly coming into getting that temperance energy within them upright, which is beautiful, because that's all about balance, right? It's all about being tolerant, being neutral, choosing peace, choosing calm, choosing to be, how do you say that? Compassionate. That was the word. Which is good. If they are truly coming into that energy within themselves, again, that is beautiful. And if they have the Devil in reverse, that lost card we just saw from them, right? They would be moving away from that. They wouldn't come in that energy, because they would choose to rise above it, which is good. But I don't think they have made up their mind here then, when it comes to that Five of Wands here. And they could also be going over if this will lead to any kind of conflict when it comes to you. Like they want to ease that down, if you get what I'm saying. They do not want to start unnecessarily arguments, but it's upright for a reason. Let's see a bit more when it comes to that. The Nine of Pentacles. The first initial thought, so to speak, that I got when I saw that was if they are ready to kind of leave that singlehood, that they could be going over back and forth within their mind if they're truly ready for that. Because she is like the single queen. That's how I read her. She's all about her, right? Standing there within her garden, just being appreciative of everything she has around her. And maybe that person of yours is, well, contemplating that within themselves, but they could also be reflecting upon, are you more within that lens, within this moment of time? Do you even want this? but I still think it's a seed within them. I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest. And then we have Queen of Cups. So it could be more when it comes to you collectives. They're debating if you truly want this in this moment of time. Is this just gonna cause unnecessarily conflict for them coming into this situation? And we have Queen of Cups, and it doesn't matter, I know that. It doesn't matter if you're male or female within your vessel, it's the energy we embody, right? But if that person of yours, if we just take it back to being them, right? They would be leading with their intuition. And we know for a fact that they are coming into kindness, compassion, understanding when it comes to what truly went down here. So they would be going within their intuition. They would have a sixth sense. And maybe that's something you remember about this person when you were initially together. That they were quite in tune. They could speak about things and it came into fruition, or they would say something and then it ended up happening, or they would be quite in tune with themselves. And I'm saying this, it must be something you would have taken notice of. Maybe it's way far back within the memory that you have of them. But as I'm saying it, I think it is coming into your awareness again. And this person did that. They would also have a mystery about them, and they would be quite, like I just said, spiritual gifted, right? And if they are truly coming into that kindness, compassion, caring energy that the Queen of Cups entails, she's beautiful. She's very beautiful. But I am a bit on the defense with it. And like I said, collective, I did feel within your energy that you didn't quite want this. It's like I'm trying to find reasons for why this is not good. And I know I want to take care of you as a reader, right? I want you to see the lessons. I want you to learn so you do not have to go around and around. But I'm getting that for a reason. And that maybe that would be you watching this, having a hard time actually believing in that change. But just like I'm teaching you, everyone can change, right? And you just have to look upon yourself, because you would have changed. If you are capable, they are capable. And it's just a matter of if you want them, right? And that is truly up to you. But I am a bit with that Nine of Pentacles. They want to speak the truth. Okay. So that conflict, right? That would be something then they want to discuss. That conflict they had maybe with themselves when it comes to choosing them, choosing to be single, choosing to live that life, so to speak, right? Choosing to be with them. They want to talk about it because we have the Ace of Swords here. So it's something they're coming in to talk about. They have that courage, right? And again, with the overcoming obstacles, and we do have that as well with the Devil in reverse. And I have put the Temperance card upright because I truly think that they are coming into that balance. I don't think that they are there within this moment of time. But it feels like they are coming more into that balance. And that would make sense with the Queen of Cups being here upright, right? And that is good. And they would have a lot of determination when it comes to this. I want one more for the Ace of Swords here. They want that wish fulfillment, right? So they would truly be looking at you as a wish fulfillment. That Nine of Cups, it's all about preparing for that. Knowing that you want. Knowing what you want. And taking it into action. To truly be able to create that Ten of Cups. What about that Three of Cups, my angels? But the Six of Swords, choosing the calmer waters, right? So that Three of Cups could be when it comes to certain, maybe friendships that, again, like I said, have been lingering. And that karmic energy that is within your guys' dynamic when it comes to this situation. I think for you, collective, it's all about boundaries. For this person is choosing to step away. Again, just like you, in that way, I wouldn't say necessarily mirroring, but there would be situations that you are now experiencing that is happening for the both of you within this moment of time. They are choosing to go through the calmer waters. They are choosing to get rid of what does not serve. I'm going to put what is mine and I need to take with me in my boat, and I'm going to travel towards the calmer waters. There are waves within the ocean. I have to navigate them to get to that state. And then we have the Emperor, but in reverse. Maybe they're relieving that immaturity, that rebellion, the laziness and the lack of action, the lack of being, well, how do you say that? Action prone, I think you say it like that. Of saying to oneself, I'm going to do this, and then actually do it, not just pushing it away, not choosing to be, not choosing to be that word. It will come. I have a specific word in my mind, I just can't. Procrastinator. There it was. They're choosing not to procrastinate. If that's something they're truly stepping away from and truly choosing to come into that, of relieving that within the past. Just like you, maybe choosing again that happiness, that celebration of life energy, being happy for everything that is within this moment of time. But let's see a bit more with that Emperor in reverse. Strength. And then the Hierophant in reverse as well. And that is not bad. The Hierophant in reverse is not a bad card. I'm just putting it out there. He's more within, well, being a bit untraditional, right? Maybe that is something this person know for a fact, that you may not want to get married. I'm hearing that for a reason, that you do not see yourself having that kind of a traditional partnership. But he's also very untraditional in the way he goes about his spirituality in a lot of ways, right? But the strength, so they would be coming into that, and that power, that action, right? Like I said, choosing not to procrastinate things anymore, choosing the action, choosing that power, choosing to step in to that energy that they would be feeling from within. And you would have memories of that person having that lion from within. But you haven't seen it since then. I'm hearing that for a specific reason as well. What about the Temperance here? And then the Death card. So they truly would have been going, well, through a transformation with oneself, right? Choosing to liberate them, choosing to let fall what does not need to come with me, right? Rebirthing in the beginning of a new chapter, and with temperance over it. Again, yes, their angels would have been a lot of, would have a lot, what do you say? They would have been a big seed when it comes to that. I'm finding it a bit hard to find words within this moment of time. Maybe that's this person. But if temperance has come over them when it comes to that, and they are feeling that energy rushing through them in this moment of time, that is beautiful, collective. That is truly beautiful. They will make sure that they feel this balance, feel the calm, not go into overthinking and overplaying, and making sure that they are leaving this. I would have loved to seen him in upright, but he is not within this moment of time. But again, if they are going through that transformation, well, that's beautiful. But I am a bit on the defense when it comes to how they're gonna approach this situation. If it's the right time. Yeah. We have King of Wands and then we have Knight of Swords. So very fast moving energy, but it's also about a lot of recklessness, a lot about, well, a bit of aggressiveness, right? But it also says here a lot about endurance, a lot about courage, boldness, a lot of action. And that is good if he is leaning more towards that with the King of Wands, right? Because the King of Wands, he is beautiful. He has a lot of ambition. And he has a lot of passion. But passion for the right things, right? Within life, he is a king. But the Knight of Swords can be a bit of a, well, not truly thinking things through. Just choosing to get there as fast as possible. So maybe this person of yours will maybe make a bit of a foolish decision when it comes to this and how they're stepping forward. And that could be a reason why it wasn't upright. The temperance, it were sideways, right? So they haven't quite gotten it to that energy there yet. But it would be starting to come in. And there's a reason why I said this would be a lesson for you, collective. Because they have a lot of nice things here on the spread, they do. But there are things here where I am a bit, it's very much back and forth. There's a lot of good things, but then there are some things where you go, not really the energy we want to see, right? And then that would be a boundary for you, because I think you will be able to see that there are change happening within them. But do you truly then trust within yourself and your own healing to know that this is not the right time? Not being afraid that you are gonna ruin something, but truly trusting. And sitting in that silence. Not letting your overthinking mind take over. What about that devil in reverse, angels? So that is good. The Five of Swords. So they are truly choosing to step away from that chaos, that betrayal, the hostility, right? The sabotage, the loss, the failure. All of that negativity with the devil in reverse, they're facing their fears. And that is good. That is really good. And like I just said, there's a lot of good energy here, but then there are some things where you go, from the looks of it, it feels like it's not the right time. This person still has things that they need to come into before they are able to give to the situation, if you get what I'm saying correctly. But I want to see how they say you should be dealing with this. So how does the universe see collective dealing with this? How do you want collective to deal with this situation when this comes in? How do you want collective? Yeah. Like I said, that lesson collective you are learning within this moment of time. The Eight of Cups. It's very painful. It is. It's all about walking away from things we do not want to, but we know we need to, right? Because this would be a hard lesson to learn. It would. Even though you're very much within the process of thought within your mind that this is not something you want to entertain. When it comes to this person, then reaching out, wanting to meet up, wanting to discuss, so to speak. I said that for a reason, wanting to talk about what truly went down. Like I said, I think you would be able to feel that there are changes going on within them, but it's not the right time. They still have things they need to come into to truly sit in that energy. And if you go back again, there's a reason why that pain is lingering within you in this moment of time. All of those times that person where you have tried to figure this out, where you have tried to reach out to them, talk to them about this, they did not respond. They chose silent treatment. If you reflect upon how did it make me grow, that they chose not to reply, what kind of realizations did that make me come into? What did I learn from their silence? It's that lesson of returning the favor. Do you know what I'm saying? So they can learn. So they can learn that valuable lesson they would need to learn to truly come into that masculine energy they need to truly have that strength, to truly be able to let go of the lack. Do you get what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be easy. But there's a reason why all of the things about that pain is coming into your process of thought within this moment of time. It's about returning that favor. And the Hanged Man as well, and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, when it comes to you, it's all about being very aware about one's surroundings, the way he's looking out, right? He sees. He has a very strong will. He's intelligent. He is, because he's an observer. So sit, observe. Do not react. Choose that silence. That silence would speak more volume than your words would ever could, right? So truly, truly choosing to sit in that with the knowing of, I am doing this because I want you to grow into the most possible version that you can become into. This is not a punishment. I am choosing to return that lesson that you have shown me over and over again, and it made me grow in ways you wouldn't even be able to understand, if you get what I'm saying. So return that to them, right? The Hangman as well. Choose calm. Choose learning the lesson, this card says, which is true. Choose the enlightenment. Choose that perspective that you're gaining within that situation. Choose to break the past, the stagnation. To choose that. And it wouldn't be easy with the 8 of Cups here. Like I said, it's leaving a lot of cups behind we do not really want to, but we know we need to. And this would be a test, collective. Have you truly learned that you value yourself higher? Have you truly learned what this journey is about? It could bring up quite the nostalgia, right? With the 6 of Cups. A lot of reminiscing, a lot of recalling, a lot of memories. Yeah, not the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. Choose that stillness from within, to truly rest, not respond, not do, not act, but sit in the emotion, to take that break and truly restore yourself, and know that time will as well. And this pause, maybe it will be 4 months then, before you hear from that person again, before they truly lock into any kind of masculine energy, but they need that, just like you needed that lesson. You didn't see that in the time that it came in. It hurt you a lot. But it created so much change within you to truly step into that healing that you needed to do at the time. It's no different when it comes to this person. They need that as well. So choose to return that favor. And let that stillness just be present, right? Do not fear it. You're not ruining anything. Trust that what is meant for you will always be for you. Right? It will truly create a victory here. For you, because you will learn your lesson, and so will that person. Those boundaries, you need to put them up. There's a reason why it's so present within your energy, and that we have talked so much about it throughout this reading. It will lead to something beautiful here, collective, by truly choosing to stand in that. Right? I want to just finish off with a message from your spirit team. Focus your mind on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thoughts. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. Truly. Instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. These cards, I'm gonna be honest, they are coming out because when this comes in, you're gonna question. I feel that from within. You're gonna question, but you are not in control. You need to let that go to truly understand. I'm returning a favor and I'm not in control of this situation. This is a lesson for me to learn. And I'm gonna learn it for me. It's not about looking at that person as, you know, it's all about keeping that focus on you. To choose to learn your lessons. To not be bound to anything. To truly step into that power that you would have from within. And don't push yourself. Choose to sit in that Four of Swords energy. That silence, that center. Be in peace, being calm. Let yourself rest. Don't push yourself. Right? And truly seeing that with all that you are magnificent. You are perfect. No one compares. You do not need that outside validation to feel whole. You validate you. Again, just look at your journey. All the things that you have gone through. You validate you. You're not validated by how this person is choosing to move. That is a lesson, right? So see it like that. I'm feeling called to get something here, but I'm not quite sure. And just see about this crystal. Oh my God. Heal your heartbeat, it was. However, when it comes to crystals and the collective here, what kind of guiding message do you want them? You are the fountain. And then we have, what's that? The envision the future. Oh, and that is a boat as well. That is beautiful, isn't it? But you are the fountain. Howlet, don't you say it like that? Howlet? That's beautiful, right? And the precious opal. These would be stones that the universe is asking you to gravitate towards when it comes to this. When it comes to that, howlet, I think you say it like that. You are the fountain, right? Soft is not a word usually used to describe a stone, but in this suit, howlet, but that suits howlet just right. Shh. She whispers to your monkey mind, come back to center, sit in stillness. It is not that howlets want you to curl back into bed with a cup of chamomile tea and call your day done. Quit the opposition. Howlet knows that your projects and adventures, your conversations and relationship will slide into flow and synchronicities when you yourself are unruffled. You are the foundation. Come from your center, undistracted by excessive gratification and random irritation. This is where your power lies. There is a still point within you. Howlett advises, allow yourself to sink into it. That made perfect sense when it comes to this reading now, doesn't it? So choose that. And if you have that Howlett, or you need to go get one, maybe have it beside your bedside table to truly sit that in that stillness. And when you feel something coming over you, choose that center and sit with that storm, right? And come into that stillness. The precious opal, envision the future, right? Where the ancient, oh my God, words right now. However, ancient maybe. Were the ancient oracles always accurate? Nope. Time is fluid. Opal knows. Make the prohepic, oh my God, that word. However, business rather than risky, but then the I'm sorry right now. I cannot read what is going on. But the prestige, why do they have to write this in such a hard language sometimes? Like the words, however. But the Delphi Donut opales, their ability to make sense of the swirling waters of what is to come sharpened. Unlike most stone, opal knows how to hold and work with water. She feels the waves in which the water of time can be channeled or damped, creating different outcomes and new visions. Since the future is not a fixed destination, naming the pathway you might walk to get there begins to craft what comes next. Choose your road and name your path. Opal encouraged. That's how the future emerges out of the swirling waters of time. And that actually does make sense. I needed to take a second there. I don't think that you have... Do you get what I'm saying? When you start this journey, you see it within the forefront of your mind. And we do a lot of, manifestation, a lot of thinking about, this and that will happen, and in this way, and da. Truly being taught that. And that is not the control that we have. And this journey is fluent, just like water. And if you're choosing to go with a wave instead of letting yourself just drift, the path will then again be altered. Does it make sense? Because we live in a multiple parallel universe. Multiple timelines are played out at the same time. So just by going left instead of right, or the other way around, your path will have different curves, different deviations within it, right? So surrender to that. And choose that stillness, just like these cards says, and just like the tarot. I needed to have a second to let that trickle in, maybe because I read it so badly. However, we are gonna give you, just to finish this reading off, collective, a couple of dices with angel numbers. Numbers that are significant to you. It could be birthday, it can be house number, card plate number, the person connected to you, even maybe some digits in a phone number that could be significant. That came to my mind for a reason. But let's see. So we have 1, we have 11, we have 7, 10, 10, 10, 10, completion. That is big energy. So truly choosing to close out a cycle, 10, 10, all about completions, right? Then we have 5, we have 7. Did I say that? And then we have 3 as well. So if we think about this month, right? All of these dates has passed, but it would have been maybe significant dates within this month. And then we have May as well. And I did say it may be taking about 4 months before. Not that this is coming in, but when that person has learned a bit more, I think they're gonna come in again. That's the energy I'm getting. And that's why you need to sit in that stillness, collective. But that could be around May, maybe even. And that is not long. That is not long. But the 1st of May, the 11th of May, the 7th of May, and the 3rd of May, the 10th of May as well. But 111, 711, that's kind of a trini number, isn't it? 711 and 1010. And then we're going to take some words here that would spell out. Again, it could be initials to you, that person, but also I think a message from you is within that. So write them down and see what message you find within them. There would be a message for your spirit team here for you. And it can be more than one word, just letting you know. Sometimes it's a whole sentence. Like, different word. You get what I'm saying? Okay. We have C, O, G, J, Y, O, T, Z, L, V, I, E, W, V, Z, R, J, F, K, JFK. Maybe you have watched that show. However, N, L, V, H, A, S, V, O, Q, C, V, O, R, X, F, U, C, Y, X, I, M, Y, D, U, B, Z, N, K, R, Y, Q, R, H, I, C, N. Again, it would be spelling out something that you would need to know, need to hear, other than initials within this moment of time. But that was the reading for today, my angels. So thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and listening. And I will see you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my beautiful angels. Bye.